You guys how Melissa, who I changed her name for privacy reasons, said that she decided to buy willingly a haunted doll on eBay. For contributing to the channel, for real. This is something. Being a non-believer and believing that as long as she didn't believe in evil or believe that there were evil spirits, that nothing can really touch her. What did she do? She looked on eBay for the most haunted doll she could find and purchased it. And within 2 weeks, the doll was at her door. She decided to put the doll in her room on top of a shelf facing her. Why? Melissa says that she was out to prove a point that, if you don't believe in it, nothing can happen. It's all in your mind. This is all mental, and that people just make up stories so that other people can get a thrill out of it, which I can see that happening. However, why would you do that? Nothing happened the first 2 days. However, on the third day, she realized that her house keys were not next to the front door. They were on the counter in the kitchen, which she assumed it was just her and that she had forgotten that she left them there, which she usually doesn't, but she said it was probably that's what happened the third day. On the fourth night, she says that not only was her keys moved to the counter again, but the cup of water that normally sits on the side of her bed when she drinks it in the middle of the night wasn't there. It was in the bathroom, emptied. Also dismisses it and thinks maybe I went to the bathroom last night and I don't remember using the bathroom and I don't remember drinking the cup of water, but I must have left it there myself because there's nobody else. I don't live with anybody else. And then she says on the fifth night, not only was her keys moved, her cup moved, the doll was laying next to her when she woke up. I would have freaked out. But okay, let's continue. She dismisses it. Maybe she got up in the middle of the night and she moved her house keys, moved her cup, put the doll next to her for some odd reason. And yeah, that's what she thought it was. And this, she said, happened for like a week. And then she decided, you know what? Let me put the doll back into place. Let me not grab a cup of water. Let me not move my house keys. Let me leave them on the counter. Let me not bring a cup of water into bed. Let me leave the doll on the shelf and let me go to sleep. She says that the next day she woke up, her keys were next to the door. The cup of water was next to her dresser full. And then the doll was back in the bed with her. The no judgment zone, I'll tell you this right now. This is a side note. I would have freaked out. I would have freaked out. Like, wait, what? Like, what? At that point in time was like, yo, I have to be getting up in the middle of the night and putting this doll next to me. Like, there's no possible way this doll is doing all this. This is crazy. So Melissa was like, you know what? Let me not bring a cup of water to bed. Let me leave the keys on top of the counter. Let me let the doll sleep with me. And maybe, just maybe things will stop. Okay. Melissa says that finally she had it. She woke up one day in the middle of the night, full force sleep paralysis. She couldn't move. All she could move was her eyes. She felt like something was sitting on her, literally sitting on her chest. She could barely breathe. She said that she looked around the room as much as she could from where she was laying. And she said it was pitch black. All she could see was a little bit of light from the window, casting against the wall. And it just so happens that where the light was cast, she could see a figure of a woman just staring at her, just staring at her with red eyes, just staring at her with red eyes. Then she says that the woman started walking towards her and she felt her heart in her throat. She couldn't breathe because, of course, she felt like something was sitting on her chest. And the closer and closer the woman got to her, the woman looked just like her. Just like her. Next following words that came out of that thing's mouth or that entity or whatever that was, do you believe now? And it just got in her face. She said that she will never forget the smell of rotten eggs when that thing got in her face. That she blacked out of fear. Like, she was so scared that she blacked out. And the next morning she grabbed the doll and burned it. She just burned it. And she said never again did anything happen in her house. And she's a firm believer now. She just says, don't mess with things that you don't know. And it doesn't matter if you believe or not believe. Don't think you're untouchable. I think that was. And yeah, I wouldn't try that at home.